Bridge in Washington has a lot of us thinking about the safety of the bridges that we use every day. In Portland, geologists say a major earthquake is on the way. So how will our bridges hold up? Sally Showman is investigating, and what she found is alarming.
They connect us.
We're a river city.
Transport us. And keep Portland moving. More than 500,000 cars cross Portland's downtown bridges every day, but the majority of them are at risk.
We have a major issue with seismic vulnerability.
Scientists say a massive earthquake is in our future, and engineers say bridges like the Hawthorne and the Steel could fall into the Willamette.
It is possible that the deck surface that you drive on could slide off of the pier. It would actually collapse.
Every downtown bridge was built before anything was known about the earthquake threat off the coast of Washington and Oregon.
It's like a time bomb, but we can't see the timer.
PSU research professor and geophysicist Rob McCaffrey says it will unleash a magnitude 8 or 9 earthquake.
You know, that shaking could last for 4 or 5 minutes.
ODOT's bridge engineer says there will be no way to cross the river for days, if not weeks.
There's going to be widespread interruption to the transportation system.
You can think of Portland's bridges as patients in a hospital. Each one has different ailments and issues and vulnerabilities when it comes to earthquakes.
The one that's on life support is the SELLWOOD Bridge.
A historic landslide is pushing the bridge east. It's already caused the columns to crack and twist. Engineers say an earthquake would likely take out the whole west end of the existing SELLWOOD Bridge. Just north, the Ross Island Bridge faces problems of its own.
The Ross Island is a very vulnerable bridge.
Johnson's main concern is that the sandy soil surrounding the bridge supports would almost liquefy.
There's a potential for some banks moving around and sliding into the river and not providing adequate support.
A Portland State University simulation of a 9.0 earthquake predicts moderate damage to the Ross Island Bridge. That simulation ranked 4 downtown bridges on a scale of none to complete collapse. The safest bridge in downtown is the MARQUAM. PSU's simulation predicts only minor damage here. It's been retrofitted so the bridge deck won't come off the columns.
We've pretty much taken care of MARQUAM.
That's not the case with the Hawthorne Bridge.
The worst case scenario, actually, dance off the top of the column.
Multnomah County spokesman Mike Pullen says there's also concern the 880,000-pound counterweights could crash into the bridge deck.
See how high up they are and how top heavy.
Concerns with the MORRISON Bridge are similar, except the counterweights are below the bridge. It has not been retrofitted. Just downstream, the Burnside Bridge is more prepared for an earthquake. It's been deemed a lifeline emergency route, so it was upgraded in 2002. County officials say that work will ensure the bridge deck will stay connected with the columns.
We've put our limited resources into making sure the Burnside is going to do well.
The Steel Bridge, which is the only link between east and west for MAX riders, is very vulnerable. PSU's simulation predicts complete collapse. There's concern about shaking in the bridge deck and also those massive counterweights.
Those big weights don't behave well during a seismic event.
The Broadway Bridge may not have counterweights above it, but it's vulnerable. It was built in 1913 and hasn't been retrofitted. Neither has the Fremont Bridge, where the main span isn't the state engineer's biggest worry. It's the double-deck approaches.
It's hard to say whether that it would collapse or not. There would definitely be some movement and some damage, and the bridge would not be usable after an event.
PSU's study predicts moderate damage here. Both the county and the state say more needs to be done to prepare Portland's bridges.
Yeah, we are a little bit trying to, wave our arms and get the message out there.
State and federal funding for bridges has been cut by almost $35 million since 2009, and almost all of the money is being used for bridge maintenance. Last year, less than 2% went towards seismic upgrades.
People should realize is that we do know how to retrofit bridges. If there were funding available, we could preclude some of this damage.
We're not ready. Stories like this help remind people of that.
Some scary stuff there. 2 brand new bridges will be completed in 2015. The new SELLWOOD Bridge and the new light rail bridge just north of the Hawthorne. Now, they are both being built to withstand a 500-year earthquake.